Go.
Hello, I am Victor Muniz Rosa, and welcome to
Wanna put me
90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair.
You might want to put me down real quick, though, Victor. I'm just to let you know.
Please, for my
Trust
sanity.
me. Put me
For
down.
my sanity,
Oh,
please.
on the fade, you might want to put me down real quick. A little down, a little more down, a little more down.
Essentially, put him on like as low as you
I
can.
think that's perfect.
All right, so here's why. This is the Morning Buzz!
Yeah.
Monday edition of the Morning Buzz!
Yeah.
Here at 90.3.
I'm not surprised he still peaked.
He still peaked at the audio levels, but yeah, we're here at the Morning Buzz here at 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. Before we start with the newscast and everything else, I want everybody to introduce themselves from left to right. Let's go. You first.
Hi, I'm Tanner Price. I'm the sportscaster here on the Monday Morning Buzz. Yeah. Woo.
And he's currently wearing a Mets shirt, so I already love him. So
Joe Verga, segment host. You're gonna be learning a lot about what's happening this week.
yeah, he's an amazing segment host. And then I got my co-host.
It's Cam Martin, aka Coach, aka the guy who's been here since 5 a.m., aka the guy with many shows, aka the guy who's asleep. But I'm not going to because I'm stubborn.
And as I said, Mr. I'm Victor Muniz Rosa, and I'm be hosting also the Morning Buzz. I'm the host. So I'm excited. So are we ready to start the newscast?
Of course.
Then let's go.
All right. So in national news, Kamala Harris warns NBC Meet the Press that anti-democratic forces are making the nation weak at home by describing President Joe Biden as a major threat. In New Jersey news, Anthony Varvo, a Port Authority police officer who spent 6 seasons as a major league pitcher, was one of the 2 people killed early Sunday in a wrong-way collision on the New Jersey Turnpike. Officials say the Nissan Maxima Vivera was driving was struck head-on by a Toyota RAV4 operated by Henry A. Plazas, age 30 of Bridgewater, who was traveling west in the eastbound lanes, according to the state police. Vivaro's vehicle was then struck right the concrete barrier. Both drivers were killed. And local news, physics and astronomy assistant professor Ken Wing was recently awarded a grant totaling $436,000 or 5 years from the U.S. Department of Energy's Oak Ridge National Laboratory. Nearly 24 universities and laboratories were involved in the research, and their goal was to experiment is a factor 100 improvement upon prior attempts to constrain the neutron electric dipole. Shout out to Professor Lang, Assistant Professor Lang here at Montclair State University.
Let's go.
And the weather today, the weather is currently 66 degrees with the high of 82. It's gonna be a cloudy one, which is kind of miserable because it says it's gonna rain later on, but that's not gonna happen until the nighttime. And it's the humidity level is at 93%. So yikes, but you know what? It's all good because there's no UV right now. So vibes. That is your newscast, and I finally completed my Infinity Gauntlet of all the newscast of all the roles in the Morning Buzz.
Thank you so much, Cam Martin in the house as newscaster. And now we got the sports.
The last time New York Giants fans woke up after week 1 and were 1-0, it was 2016. Until today, the Giants defeated the heavily favored Titans by a score of 21-20. The Giants, down 20-13 with 109 left, scored a touchdown and converted a 2-point conversion to give them the 21-20 lead. It looked bleak for Big Blue as the Titans drove down the field, but kicker Randy Bullock missed a game-winning field goal and gave the Giants the opening day win. Running back Saquon Barkley had a fantastic game with 194 yards combined rushing and receiving and had 1 rushing touchdown. The Giants' home opener is next Sunday versus the Carolina Panthers.
Tanner, may I say something real quick?
Yeah.
So I think the Giants might go 2-0.
Yeah.
Ooh, let's go.
The Jets lost their season opener versus the Ravens 24-9. Backup quarterback Joe Flacco, who's filling in for the injured second-year quarterback Zach Wilson, threw for 307 yards, but only had 1 touchdown, which was to tight end Tyler Conklin. The Jets travel to Cleveland next week to take on the Browns. Bad news for the Cowboys as quarterback Dak Prescott will miss several weeks with a thumb injury sustained in the 19-3 loss to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. There is huge concern for Steelers star linebacker TJ Watt, who came off the field after making a tackle late in the fourth quarter of the Steelers' 23-20 overtime thriller over the Cincinnati Bengals. They won. Watt appeared to have injured something in his armpit area, and he looked to have been saying that he tore his pectoral muscle. Steelers running back Najee Harris also left the game with a foot injury. The Mets went into Sunday with a half-game lead over the Braves, so every game down the stretch is important for the two. The Mets finished off a 3-game set in Miami with a 9-3 win over the Marlins. Brandon Nimmo hit a 3-run homer in the top of the second inning, and the Metsies did not look back. Eduardo Escobar continued his red-hot stretch, and catcher Tomas Nido hit his first home run of the season, which was long overdue. Designated hitter Mark Vientos went 0 for 5 in his MLB debut. The Mets did what they had to do, so the Braves had to do theirs to keep ground with the Mets. Atlanta continued their West Coast trip with the final game of 3 against the Mariners. The Braves went into the ninth down 6-2, but home runs from Michael Harris Jr. and Robbie Grossman gave Atlanta a 7-6 lead. Thankfully for the Mets, the Mariners had 2 homers of their own in the bottom of the ninth, and Seattle won 8-7. The Mets have a game-and-a-half lead after the weekend. The Mets start a 3-game set at home with the Cubs tonight, and the Braves travel to San Francisco to take on the Giants. The Yankees offense is back. The Yanks won by a score of 10-4 over the Rays, a day after a 10-3 win. Rookie Oswaldo Cabrera hit his first major league home run in the Yankees' 7-run second inning. 2 big wins for the Yankees as the division lead is now at 5.5 games. The Yankees started 2-game series with the arch rival Red Sox on Tuesday. Back to you.
Amazing for sports. And yeah, I'm a Mets. So Mets, get it together.
Let's
please.
go, Mets.
Let's go, Mets. We're going to the playoffs, hopefully. So should we start with our first story?
I think we should.
Yeah. Joe Biden speaks on 9/11. President Joe Biden marked the 21st anniversary of the September 11 attacks in yesterday's ceremony at the Pentagon, paying tribute to extraordinary Americans who gave their lives on one of the nation's darkest days. Sunday's ceremony occurred a little more than a year after Biden ended the long war in Afghanistan that the U.S. launched in response to the terror attacks. Biden noted that even after the United States left Afghanistan, that his administration continues to pursue those responsible for the 9/11 attacks. Last month, Biden announced the U.S. had killed Ayman al-Zawahiri, the al-Qaeda leader who helped plot the September 11 attacks. Biden also added, and quote, "We will never forget, we will never give up. Our commitment to preventing another attack on the United States is without end." The president was joined by family members of the fallen, first responders who had been at the Pentagon on the day of the attack, as well as Defense Department leadership for the annual moment of tribute carried out in New York City, the Pentagon, and Somerset County, Pennsylvania. Well, 9/11 was yesterday, and we never forget, as everybody says.
No, for not, it's honestly just wild. It's absolutely insane to think about. 21 years ago yesterday, that's a Tuesday morning changed so much in not only the world, well, not only the United States, but the world itself, because it just was just unprecedented, and never before seen attack on any point of the world. And especially when you look at the history of the United States, you don't ever think that something like that could ever happen. Well, it happened, and it's just absolutely devastating to see. But how President Biden, how the way he has that in mind, that he's saying that he's going to his commitment to preventing another attack like that, a scale like that, is just it just resonates with everybody, because hearing that, every president said that they're going to do their very best to prevent things like that to happen, but it just kind of gives Americans a sort of sense of acceptance, a sense of peace.
Yeah, I agree, and I like that Joe Biden really commemorated the people who fought and defended and tried to protect the people who were injured because of 9/11, and try to save them many people as they can. Because not only people in New York, NYPD, the fire department came, people around the nation came to New York to save and find people, survivors and stuff. So, it's a very good memorial. And 21 years, that's my age. I'm 21 right now, and it's crazy that that happened. And what do you guys think, Joe, Tanner?
Yesterday, I was at the Pearl Jam concert at Madison Square Garden, and
wow.
they had a lot of first responders on hand, and after basically every 3 songs, they would stop, and then they would do a like a thank you to all the first responders and just talk about like different stories that they were hearing all day from all the first responders. And yeah, it was a great show, and it kind of honored all the people that were lost and all the people that helped on 9/11.
Amazing. What do you think
Yeah,
about Joe?
I didn't get to do anything yesterday, but I did. I usually try to take a little time to go even wherever I am. Try like, especially since we have such a good view from campus.
Yes.
I always look at the the pillars of light like on the day of, just like, keep all the people that made the sacrifices and all that kind of stuff in there, in mind, and like kind of thank them for helping all those people, even though I didn't know any of them personally. They are definitely heroes in the eyes of everyone.
Yeah, I agree. I did kind of the same thing. I was hanging out with one of my friends the day of September 11. It was 12 in the morning. I was like, let's go to the Skyline and see the 9/11 lights and, pay tribute. And we did. And it's amazing that the 9/11 lights, you can see them from Montclair, which is
Yeah.
pretty, it's far, and you can still see the lights, which is
was-
amazing.
I was driving home. My family went down the beach on Saturday. We were driving home and we saw them like very far away. And it was, there was fireworks in my town because there was Labor Day fireworks that got postponed. So there was a point where we saw all the fireworks going off. We saw the lights and we saw like the super moon or whatever it was. And it was just really,
What a view.
day.
yeah.
Wow.
What
What
a
a
day.
Yeah. It was like all three.
Yeah, that
it
seems
was
like
really,
a movie.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like
yeah.
tum, tum, tum.
Yeah.
Like, and I just think back, because every year since I've been here, first off, the view of New York City skyline is just it's just breathtaking. But I don't know, it's just something about every year to paying tribute, to honor those who lost on September 11th. Just it's just so eerie. It just brings you just make I just feel for the families of everybody who's lost, and it just resonates with me to the point where it's like, you know make sure you hug your loved ones, because you never know when it's the last time you're gonna see him. And just seeing those lights is just a reminder, because literally the night before, everyone they gave their hugs, kisses to their loved ones, and prepared for another day of work. And a lot of people were watching Monday Night Football the night before, and we're about to talk about it the next morning, and then all of a sudden, boom! It just tragedy strikes like that, and it's just absolutely devastating to see. And I'm just glad we're able to get the opportunity to be able to reflect, and as we always say, never forget.
Never forget. So with that being said, we're going to go to a quick break and we'll be right back.
90.3 WMSC, Upper Montclair.
You're listening to the Morning Buzz.
The Morning Buzz.
To the Morning Buzz.
The Morning Buzz on 90.3.
90.3.
90.3.
90.3 WMSC.
WMSC.
WMSC Upper Montclair.
Upper Montclair, New Jersey.
There's a lot of
working to contain the fires across the state, but they are bracing for more potential significant wildfires because coming from a critical fire weather, potential critical fire weather includes high risk for lightning in Northern California. So far, the 325,883 acres have burnt in California. California Department of Forestry and Fire Protections say the mosquito fire, which has consumed about 41,443 acres, is 10% contained. Meanwhile, the Fairview wildfire has consumed 28,307 acres and is 45% contained. Both fires continue to threaten communities, structures, and critical infrastructure and wildlife. During the weekend, red flag warnings were placed for many parts of the Northwest because extreme weather conditions, including Seattle and Tacoma in Washington, and in Portland, Oregon. Oregon Cedar Creek fire has grown from 85,926 acres with a 0% containment because of the weekend's weather conditions.
Yeah, this is like the evidence that climate change is real and it's happening.
It's very concerning.
Yeah, and it's very concerning. Global warming, everything is real, and we gotta take action because this is gonna keep happening, and not only fires, but the glaciers are melting and everything. So it's very concerning what's happening.
This is also scary because I have family that lives in California. I don't know how close it is to them, and it says in Northern California. They live in the LA area, so
Yeah,
but
SoCal. So,
but they've told me stories of how the fire is like all around them, and like how basically it's kind of an everyday thing.
Oh wow!
But it's kind of just a part of the year. We're like, oh yeah, it's fire season, and I might be going out to California around that time. So, yeah.
So they're like, oh, it's fires and earthquakes.
Yeah, it's fire. It's
fires,
fire.
earthquakes,
Yeah.
and drought.
Yeah. Which the fact that it's become an everyday part of life is really scary.
Yes.
It's really scary to think about how stuff like this could become everyday life. We just be like, oh yeah, there's a fire over there, whatever, because that's how we're not living like that now. But if action isn't taken, this is how it's gonna happen, and it's just gonna be a part of everyday life, which I don't want to think about that.
Yes, it's disheartening. What do you think about it, Joe?
It definitely disheartening to like just consider like, oh yeah, this is just something that happens, whatever. It's definitely like weird to think that something can happen, just anything in general so bad can happen so much that you just kind of become desensitized to it, and like it becomes like your life's norm, that you can just be like, oh yeah, there's just fires going on.
Yeah, it's a very similar thing. Like, it's not the same thing, but in Puerto Rico, for example, electricity goes out all the time, and it's now a norm to like go to your house and like, oh, there's a blackout, okay, normal, which is not supposed to be. It's a right to have electricity and water and stuff like that. What do you think about it, Cam?
Well, I think that the whole idea of these fires occurring, like you said before, it's proof that climate change exists. But on top of that, it's also a way of life that people saying immune to them or numb to them is not the right word to say. Actually, saying that they're numb to it, they're used to it. It's like I said, it's not wrong to say, but it's not the right way to approach it, because at the end of the day, you see all this and it's like, okay, what is going on? Like, what's happening? Why are these things happening? Why are these things occurring? And we look at a big picture image. It's like, okay, that's why.
Mhm.
And it's there's a lot of causes, but there's not much outside of of our own doings that really can prevent it. Like when you see why there's so many wildfires, why are they? One, climate change, but two, people are, and part of my French, people are stupid. People are stupid.
Yeah, I agree. Like sometimes, yeah, people are not doing their thing to like really conserve the environment, and that is affecting us all. So let's go to a next story, which is also kind of disheartening. Gas is getting more expensive.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
Utility companies continue to be a pain in the neck for many residents in New Jersey. If you thought your gas bill was expensive, wait until you hear this. Millions of New Jerseyans' energy bills will soon spike by as much as 25% as winter approaches. The State Board of Public Utilities unanimously approved the rate hikes for natural gas on after companies argued its rising costs forced them to raise prices for their customers up and down the states. Customer bills are split between the delivery charge and the basic gas supply service. The supply service rate is based on the cost of natural gas as a commodity. The new rates will go into effect starting October 1. The state's largest utility, PSE&G, which has 2.4 million customers, sought and was given a nearly 25% rate increase for its customers. PSE&G spokeswoman Lauren Ugargi had this to say, end quote, the rate increase responds to 200% increase in natural gas prices. World events and increased demand have led to significant volatility in the natural gas commodity markets, putting upward pressure on the supply charge, she said. The increased rate reflects the actual cost utilities pay for natural gas, and utilities do not make any money on the supply charge. So, wow, we even got gas prices going up again, which is, oh my God. Even though I don't have a car or I don't pay electricity bills.
Get all of that. 200% increase?
Yeah.
Are you serious, my brother?
Yes, they are.
At least with this happening, gas could be going up, but at least Domino's is doing their job, and they have 20% off for gas prices inflating. So,
wow, I didn't expect that.
Listen,
I see the commercial.
Listen,
I see the commercial
listen,
about every 5 minutes.
listen.
So,
Marketing at its best, I guess.
yeah,
listen.
We're not sponsored by Domino's.
We're not. We have no sponsors, by the way. But Tanner, you're not wrong. Listen, you look at the little things in life. You enjoy the little things. But
The little things.
at the same time, it's like, my brother, what is going on? Like, what?
Yeah.
Why are y'all? What are y'all doing? Why are y'all called?
PSE&G has done enough things to make me angry. Showing up. We're gonna show up at whatever. We're gonna show up a week later when the air conditioner has to be fixed in the middle of summer. Thanks.
Oh, you too?
What?
You too?
Yeah. And then,
Oh my God.
and then they're, gas prices are rising. So PSE&G not a fan, but they keep electricity on. So
Yeah.
Please.
Shut up, PSC&G. It's like, no, you guys are evil.
Yeah.
Oh my
Or
God.
even better, like it's hurricane season.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's like all of the transformers like on one entire street blown. Like, yeah, we're gonna fix this in like a couple days. Sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna take our time with this.
Yeah, we're gonna take like 2 days per transformer.
Someone has their internet out like 10 miles from here. They just probably turned off their router. There's probably some guy just going to turn it on. But
Yeah.
Yeah, the priorities are like
Yeah.
in different places. Oh my God. So Cam, what's the next story?
Okay, so the next story, you might turn me down for this real quick, because I gotta the way it's written right now. Trust me, you don't want to turn me down.
Okay.
Nothing is good for you. Let me explain. So boom, right? Brand new research continues to hammer home the narrative that artificial sweeteners may be harmful to your health. A study published by the BMJ has studied more than 100,000 adults in France, found a potential link between the consumption of artificial sweeteners and heart disease. Results show that the participants who consume large amounts of aspartame, found in a tabletop sweeteners, cereals, yogurts, candies, and diet soda, had a higher chance of risk of stroke than people who did not consume the sweetener. Similarly, people who consume high quantities of sucrose found in Splenda, as well as baked goods, ice cream, canned fruit, flavored yogurt, and syrups, have a higher risk of coronary heart disease. The study's author, Matthew Tover, believes that artificial sweeteners may not be a safe alternate to sugar. Last month, a smaller study found that consuming non-nutritive sweeteners, sugar substitutes, that contain fewer calories or nutrients could alter a person's gut microbes and potentially elevate blood sugar levels. This can often increase one's risk of diabetes, heart disease, or stroke. Prior to that, a June lab study found that artificial sweeteners prompted gut bacterial to invade cells in the intestine wall, which could ultimately raise one's infection or organ failure. Other previous research has linked artificial sweeteners to obesity, high blood pressure, diabetes, and increased cancer risk as well.
So in the end, like, should we just eat sugar?
You might as well eat sugar.
Yeah.
At that point, eat sugar. Because like, here's the thing. I love me some baked goods, ice cream, and can. I love all that right there.
Yeah.
I don't want to die.
I don't want.
Yeah.
I like life.
I like life
Yeah.
too.
Like
Yeah.
those all taste good and all, but like, hey,
Yeah, it's making it harder and harder.
and like, relax.
relax. Bro.
Let a brother live.
Yeah, I use, I love sugar, and I try to do the artificial sweeteners also, but no, oh my God, everything's bad. Everything good is bad sometimes, bro.
Up is down, left is right.
Yes, exactly, Joe. So we're gonna go to a quick music break, and we'll be right back. Okay. Woo! I can't let the Facebook viewers
Why are we all
not
so
listen
loud?
to me.
Don't let them down.
Yeah. So, anyways, I'm here to introduce one of our teammates here today. We're talking about Nacier Dickerson. Nacier, how you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
Ah, is which is this one, right? Yeah, I think I got it.
Yeah,
We can hear you.
Yeah, we
don't
heard
worry.
We can hear you. I was okay. I said
Back
the
to the corner.
producer. I said the
to the
producer
corner.
is not it's not trusting me with the board, and we already got it. So yes, Nacier, how you doing this morning?
I'm hanging in there.
Yeah, I got you. I'm also here and there. You know, it's 7:30 in the morning, so we're here and there. But yeah, we got
This is why I need to do a show at 5 a.m. Trust me.
yeah. Don't do that. Don't be like him. That's the madhouse from 5 to 7.
You don't get up that way. Trust me. I'm up.
So are we ready for this feature story?
Bark.
Thank you.
I think that's a yes.
Yes, that's a yes.
Pretty sure that's a yes.
Oh man, Chick-fil-A is always giving us something to talk about. Whether it is their whack chicken, awkward commercials, and anti-gay agenda, and so much more. Now let us add a potential racist tweet to the mix.
Oh, word.
Chick-fil-A is under fire for a tweet that social media users believe may have had some racial undertones behind it. A Twitter user tweeted at the fast food chain, "Grilled spicy deluxe, but still no spicy nuggets" at Chick-fil-A. In direct response, the official Twitter account for Chick-fil-A responded, "Your community will be the first to know if spicy items are added to the permanent menu, Don." Oh my God. While the initial tweet had only 6 replies, Chick-fil-A's response got more than 700 replies and over 4,000 quote tweets because of its choice of wording. Many Twitter users called out the account's decision to use the term "your community," questioning whether it was targeting the identity of the user who appears to be Black in their profile pictures. One user wrote, "Your community? I'm going to need an explanation for that comment. Our community wouldn't want to think that there was some racial undertones behind that." Now let's hear from the chicken people themselves. End quote. The response was a poor choice of words, but was not intended in any way to be insensitive or disrespectful. We often use the term community in a broader sense to talk about places where we operate restaurants and serve the surrounding community. Oh my
You
God.
say you talk about community, but you don't talk about your
Our community,
Okay.
yeah, that's the problem. The your,
Yeah,
like that was
yeah.
added.
we get to use community all the time, but like,
That's
your
crazy.
yo, like
That's crazy.
Yeah, that happened. That happened.
No.
add it to the list.
Add it to the list.
Add it to the list.
Minus 500
1,000.
for Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I get that they're not trying to, but at the same time,
That's
the your is that what makes it a racist tweet, like the undertone.
that's like say you people. Like
Yeah,
what?
exactly.
Yeah.
Like you're referring to like his like or race or like community and stuff like that. So like it has the racist undertone. Yeah. So what you guys, Nacier and the Shadow Realm, which is the other studio. What do you think about the tweet?
Well, I feel like that's just way out of line, just crazy.
I think the same thing. It's like way out of line, and
But it's not like the first time we're hearing this, so
yeah, it's crazy that Chick-fil-A just tweeted that. And what do you guys think about the Chick-fil-A's response to to their tweet, like their statement?
I'm pretty sure. Like I made my piece. Like you mentioned the word community, but you don't. You mentioned community, and like we know that you use community a lot because of like cringy stuff and like your commercials and all that.
You hate
But
people
the
and
fact
all.
that you said like your community, you didn't address the your part of that comment is what is like kind of like
Well, at least they admitted that it was a poor choice of words, and definitely it was. It's a very, very, very poor choice of words.
No, you know there's something funny. There's something funnier than that.
what
The tweet's still not deleted.
Oh, the tweet
Why?
is
If they-
still on?
This tweet,
Breaking news.
this tweet is from September 9th. It's still not deleted. I'm looking at
Why?
Twitter right now.
Why?
oh my
That's so-
jeez. Yep.
Oh my God, the tweet is.
I need to oh god.
I have to say, if any place to any fast food place was going to have something like this, I'm not shocked that it was Chick-fil-A.
No, not at all.
No, but because if it wasn't Chick-fil-A, who else would you expect to be?
Yeah.
McDonald's? Never.
Yeah, no.
McDonald's actually
What-
likes people.
I don't know how I never got how places like this
Oh,
think of that tweet and then put it out.
Yeah,
But
it's
we
insane.
know one thing happened here. Someone got fired.
Yes, definitely. Some PR person or
PR
social
person.
media coordinator.
Just say
Someone.
the intern.
Somebody lost their job.
Somebody
That
lost
stinks
their
for
job.
them, but suffer. I'm running, looking for some.
You
Wow.
trying to do a thrift shop parody there, bud?
Thrift shop Perry
What?
with Chick-fil-A.
What?
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 Fired, 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 ah, fired, fired, fired.
Now that we're singing,
By the
there-
way,
check us out.
can I just point out that the reply that it was to, the guy's Twitter handle is Kanye is my dad.
Yeah, that's that. I want to say that too, which is actually it's actually just it makes it all make sense now that why that choice of words.
Closed on Sunday.
Close.
You might Chick-fil-A? It's crazy. But here's the thing. It makes sense. Like the fact that that's the Twitter handle, it kind of like adds up to why that was the your like why it all makes it's like a fire because you look at Kanye as pops. Yeah, you already asked for craziness.
Yeah.
Yeah, we already know. You already know.
Where's this account from? Oh, New York. I'm about to say if this guy was in this guy was in Florida, then it would make complete sense. Yeah. But no, he's from according to his Twitter bio, he's from New York. Okay.
Okay, yeah. So, you were singing earlier, Thrift Shop. So I'm gonna bring another song. Who Let the Dogs Out? So the dogs ran wild at the Pop-Up Palooza.
The owners let the dogs out.
What?
The owners let the dogs out. That's why.
Yeah, exactly. So Maurice Pierce Raging Waters Water Park is set to close for the summer season, and they went off with a bang. But no humans were part of the festivities. Yeah, that's right. Dogs got the whole park to themselves over the weekend. Dogs of all shapes and sizes cooled off from the late summer sun sliding down a slide. Wait, what? Cooled off from the late summer sun sliding down a slide, running through water fountains, fetching a ball thrown into the water, wading through the water, sniffing new friends. A portion of the proceeds from the event benefited Beacon Animal Rescue, a volunteer-run, no-kill dog and cat rescue service in Cape May at Atlantic County. The rescue is largely dependent on donations from community supporters to feed, train, house, and care for the animals. I gotta say, that's just awesome.
I actually know exactly what this is. I know this isn't
Yeah.
Wildwood. I know exactly what this is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I literally have been here many a time. Well, not because I'm not a dog, but I've been here many a time.
As a human,
can't-
you've been there.
Yes.
I can't imagine.
I do have a dog. In me.
I
Well,
can't imagine-
like Zach Wilson.
Imagine if you were getting ready to go here. I mean, you must have known it was there. But imagine if you weren't and you just showed up to the front gates and there's just dogs everywhere.
Yeah, like you take the family out on a beach trip. Next thing you see a bunch of dogs just run amok. Like
And you just see dogs like going down a water slide and
you just look over like, what is going on here?
yeah.
What is this?
Like a yo.
The Secret Life of Pets? What?
Oh,
This is like
the live action version.
Yeah.
this is like an episode of Phineas and Ferb where they build a water park for dogs and then
Yeah,
that's
basically,
Yeah.
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 So we got a special segment that happened this right now. Like this was not planned, but we did it anyway.
It happened
because-
about we planned it out like 45 minutes ago.
Yes, and I think it's like let's go. So Joe,
Yep.
introduce this segment.
Okay. So this has promptly been named Joe's Queen Watch.
I know she is.
It's not the Queen Band.
It's the other one. Yeah. So the Queen's coffin has arrived at the Palace of Holy Rod House in Edinburgh, following a 6-hour journey from Balmoral Castle to the Scottish capital. Crowds of mourners line the streets of villages and cities, paying tribute to the monarch, and her cortege made its way across Scotland on the first of the Queen's 8-day journey to her final resting place. Members of the public will have the chance to pay their respect and view her coffin, first in Edinburgh's St. Giles Cathedral, and then at the Westminster Hall, where the Queen will lie in state for 4 days. Queen Elizabeth II's corgis will live with the Duke and Duchess of York, Andrew and Sarah. The pair, who divorced in 1996, both resided at the Royal Lodge on the Windsor estate. The source told CNN that the Duchess bonded with the monarch over a shared love of dog walking and horse riding. Despite her divorce from Prince Andrew, Sarah continued her friendship with the queen by walking dogs through the Windsor estate.
That
And
is
although
beautiful.
we don't have it, we do have exactly 59 minutes ago, we do have a statement from the king in Westminster Hall saying, and I quote, "I am deeply grateful for the address of condolences by the House of Lords and the House of Commons, which so touchingly encompasses what our late sovereign, my beloved mother, the Queen, meant to all of us."
Wow, that is amazing. Thank you, Yo, for the Queen Wash. And you got another segment.
Yeah,
So
back to
present-
back,
back to back,
Back to back, like I'm on the cover of Lethal Weapon.
Yes, let's go.
Back to back with Jordan 96, 97. Oh,
Yeah.
homie Drake.
Only at 90.3. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Because I'm light skinned.
So I am still
kid's a-
Joe Verga, and we got some stuff going on campus. We got some events, some things going on throughout the week.
What's going on, Joe? What's going on?
So Monday through Wednesday, the Student Rec Center has their free swim lesson kickoff from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. at the Rec Center pool. You can meet with swim instructors to help you make a plan to meet your swimming goals for 2022, and free snacks will be
I'm
provided.
there for the food.
Which,
Isn't
to
the-
be honest, seems a little
Who
kind
isn't?
Before you go on, shouldn't you not eat before you go? swimming?
exactly. I'm like, that seems a little
That's hilarious.
counterintuitive. Anyways,
But
if you
whatever,
yeah
have fun. I don't know.
It's all here.
yeah
Montclair State.
yes, and if you want to liven up your room, you might consider going to the Rec Night Wood Canvas event from 7 to 9 at night, where you can make your own work of art to spruce up your room in the Rec Center lobby lounge. Now, if you want to be artsy but you want to show it off on campus, you can go to the temporary tattoo night on Wednesday. It will be in Sinatra Hall and will be from 8 to 9 p.m.
I got class. Sorry.
Yeah. And if you like trivia, then you're in luck. This week, we have 2 different trivia events happening on campus. On Wednesday from 8:30 to 9:30 at night, we have Montclair trivia in the Bone Hall Lounge.
Ah, the crib.
Yes. However, if you're looking for something a little less Montclair and a little more marvelous, then you can head over to the Student Center Rathskeller for Marvel trivia from 8 to 9 p.m. You can sign up for all of the events listed on Engage.
Are those on the same day?
No. Wednesday is Montclair trivia. Thursday is Marvel trivia.
I had to make sure because I'm trying to get my I gotta get my gauntlets, my affinity gauntlets.
Yes, and finally, there is one last extremely big, extremely important event.
Oh, can I answer it?
happening
Can I answer it?
on this
Can I
week.
answer?
No, you cannot.
Please.
On Thursday, the campus will be celebrating our 9th president of Montclair State, Jonathan Capel, with the investiture, which we will be covering here on this station.
True story.
Starting at 11:30, the alumni degree will be housing many of the programs and public service partnerships that Montclair State has to offer. Following that will be the actual investiture ceremony. You can watch this anywhere with the live stream on the Montclair State University YouTube page, or you could head over to the Student Center ballrooms for a watch party where a lunch will be provided.
Oh, you said the lunch before. I'm in. I'm there, bro. I'm there.
Yeah.
I
So
was not gonna say the investiture. I was gonna say the Sam's grand opening. Freeman, good eats all throughout campus of Sam's, Freeman.
sure. Well, anyways, what are you seeing as how classes have been canceled to celebrate the investiture? Are you guys going to be going to any of the any of the events in general?
I mean, now that you mentioned it, there is something I do want to do, and it's Marvel trivia. I gotta, take my phone and win the thing because
But you won't be the best because, as we know, you still haven't come out on your call out of trying to break the world record from last season session.
we will get to that when I get to it. I have just been busy. I've been busy. I have 100,000 shows, Joseph.
Literally in WMSC. Can you name them out? You got Madhouse.
I
You
got morning. I got Madhouse. I got 5 to 7 a.m. on Mondays. Then after that, I got the buzz. Then after that, I got Coach's Play after the buzz. Then on Wednesdays, I got Sports Zone. If there's no live sports going on, I got This Week in History. And then after that, I got All Right, So Boom. And then after that, we had dinner time, but we had a canned dinner time.
We had canned it to let you live.
Which is hilarious because I got another show after that. So point cam. Anyway,
Oh my god.
so then after that, I got Boss Level.
You mean we got boss level?
Oh, that's true. It's a we thing. And then again, you're there more than I am because it's hilarious. Anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I got a lot going on. So you understand why.
You might as well have a bed here. Like maybe take one of the studios and make it a room. Like, you know, like you almost live here.
To BMO, can I get that work order in? May I get a bedding set?
We can have
I'm
it
sure
under
to get
the
right on
board.
that.
There's a lot of space under the board.
That's
Just
true.
saying,
I
that's
could
a
just
nice bed.
give me a mattress and a blanket.
I'm sure they get right on that. But to bring it back in. I know a couple of I know I'm gonna be doing like helping out a lot during the investiture. I know you're Cam, I'm pretty sure you're helping out during the investiture.
I'm gonna be in the investiture.
Yeah, you're gonna be in the investiture. But what about the two of you? And Nacier, you can come in whenever you want. But are you guys gonna be like going to anything like through on the day? Because are you gonna go to like the alumni green or like the watch party or anything like that?
I'll probably walk by and check it out. I don't know if I'm gonna be
Let's be honest.
there. I want to see what it looks like. I don't have to watch the whole thing, but I mean, I think it'll be cool. Everything in the school coming together, and also we get a day off, which
Yeah, it's nice.
Well, technically no, because the classes are being pushed back to a Wednesday towards the end of the semester.
Oh yeah,
it's
It's
a day off.
Oh, when the weather is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least for me, I think I'm gonna be here in WMSC helping out, and maybe I'll do the same thing. So
Shout out Annabella Poland because WMSC stands for. Wait, please.
So what about you, Nacier? What are you gonna do for the investiture?
Not sure. Probably just do the same. Just stop by and see like what it is.
Yeah, see what's happening. Yeah, I'm gonna be like, I'm like, as we call it in Puerto Rico, presentado. I'm gonna be like, oh, what's happening? What's happening? What's up? What's
Yeah,
up?
I'm just
What's
in
up,
my own
Copel?
world.
What if should
Trying
I
to catch
should I
up,
just
so.
go into the middle of the parade and just have everyone just I'm the new president now.
I'm the
Get
president.
to me.
Yeah.
I'm the president now.
Yeah. Should I just have it so like just
Yeah, you could
should I
do
just
that.
go and all I have is just listen to the Monday buzz.
Monday.
79.
Here at
It's-
90.3.
it's like it's the giant celebration on campus of just the Monday buzz. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, but we're gonna go to a quick break, and we'll be right back. And join us. So let's go.
When it comes to vaping, the truth can
Shout out Rocky.
Okay, hi
shout,
Facebook. We're back.
shout out
Anyway,
Rocky. Shout out Rocky.
Shout out Rocky, the best.
Rockford.
He's probably
Not Rocky Balboa, Rocky, our mascot.
he's probably behind the Chick-fil-A tweets. I can't say that.
No, no.
For the record, he's 100% is not.
Yes,
Oh,
okay.
wow, that's
on the
true.
record, on the record.
We do not have
he's
any
not.
correlation to Chick-fil-A.
No, there's no. Rocky is not behind the Chick-fil-A tweets. Okay, so talking about Chick-fil-A, Alex Jones.
That's not much better, is it?
No.
That's not much better.
No.
A month after losing one nearly $50 million verdict, conspiracy theorist Alex Jones on trial a second time for calling the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting a hoax and causing several of the victims' families emotional and psychological harm. A 6-member jury with several alternates in Connecticut will begin hearing evidence Tuesday on how much Jones should pay the families, since he already has been found liable for damages to them. The trial is expected to last about 4 weeks. Last month, a Texas jury ordered Jones to pay $49.3 million to the parents of 6-year-old Jesse Lewis, one of 26 students and teachers killed in the 2012 shooting in Newtown, Connecticut. Jones' lawyers has said that they will have an appeal as planned. So,
Oh, it's that guy.
oh,
Yeah.
now you know, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy's evil.
yeah, he is, and
He's like-
hopefully he gets to pay millions and millions of
Yeah,
dollars for the damages.
You see Lazy Tail Robbie Rotten? That's that
Yeah.
guy. That's him.
Basically.
No. Robbie Rotten is 50 times nicer a person than Alex.
Yes.
Oh,
Don't disrespect Robbie Rotten.
I apologize,
Don't you
Robbie.
dare.
This guy, this guy's the scum of the earth.
Yes.
He's bad. He's
He's
really
bad.
bad.
Like,
He's like super duper bad.
yeah, like how you gonna sit there and say, yeah, it's just a joke? Like what? No,
Like,
Yeah.
like,
kids died.
Yeah.
a lot
A
of
lot of young individuals, a lot of young kids lost their lives that day for going to class.
Yeah, it's insane.
And you
that-
can say that was a joke.
yeah,
or that was a
That's a
fake,
hoax. It
and
was
that the
fake.
parents were actors. Like, no, that's horrible.
Like
no.
first, it's been 10 years. Like that's 10 years of trauma that the parents got to
Yeah.
go through. And you're
Yeah.
sitting there saying, yeah, it's nothing. Like stop it. No.
No, that's
the-
wrong.
Here's the thing. In a lot of states, 10 years, a lot of states from now, these kids could have been graduating high school or about to drive from now.
Mhm.
These kids would literally be on the verge of achieving of the next chapter of life, but they got the opportunity taken from them. They got that taken from them, and you're gonna sit there and say, "Oh, they're just playing. It's just a joke. It's just no." You can't do you can't. First off, there's nothing worse than losing a loved one. That's the most tragic thing anyone can go through. But if you lose I can't imagine what it's like for a parent to lose their child, especially at that age. It's just so heartbreaking because one, like that's especially you're not there. You sent them out to go to school that day.
Mhm.
You can prepare them for school, and you literally gave them up. Literally said, literally had talk to your kid that night, the night before, say had a good day at school, and then you hear about that. I just can't imagine that feeling right there. And it's just so disheartening. It just hurts to think about. And you're gonna sit here and say, yeah, you're just joking. Stop playing around too much. No,
The fake actors.
like you're not.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
There's also for the parents of the children that survived, they can never send their kids to school feeling safe again.
Exactly.
They can probably for the rest of their life for anything.
It's gonna
You
go
know,
back to
'cause
that.
Unless they're right there with their kid, and their kid could be like 20 or 30 years old, they'll never feel safe about them because they were put in harm's way. And there's this guy, and he's just, well, that never happened. And I think it's showing on here that one person won $49 million, and
There's 26.
26 students and teachers that were killed.
Mhm.
And there's probably more people that he's caused the trauma to.
Yeah, and it's
So-
not even going on trial. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's sad. And like to add to something Cam said,
But-
that they could have been in college by
Mhm.
now, or like, graduating high school. Like they could have even been our classmates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's be real, because Connecticut is right next door
Yeah.
to New Jersey.
Like we all could have shared stories and able to converse with these kids, but
It's not a possibility anymore.
exactly,
Yeah.
they never got the opportunity to even experience life because their lives were taken so young.
I remember my dad telling me when this happened, I was in me and my sister were both in school, and I think he went to go see a movie, and he got out and he saw that, and he said for the whole time that we were at school that day, he said he just couldn't, he was just like basically pacing the entire day
Oh my God.
because he was just so afraid. It was just happening. It was happening in Connecticut, but he was just really, really, really scared of what was happening. Yeah, and also it's good that these families are getting money for it, but they could get all the money in the world. They lost a loved one. They lost a child, and there's no amount of money that could bring the kid back.
Yeah,
There's
that's
none.
sad.
Which,
And let me clear something real quick. Our general manager Annabelle Poland said that they would be in 10th grade or 11th grade right now, which I'm just sitting there thinking, because that's the same age as my best friend's sisters, who I literally call my little sisters. And I'm just thinking like they could have potentially been in this could have been competing with them all the time, and they don't have the opportunity to do that. Like that's the same age as literally my little sisters, and I just, it's just so heartbreaking, and it just eats me up to think about like that. They could not live their life because someone was just had so much hate in their heart to the point where they just decided to just to release that hate on children.
Yeah, that's the disheartening part of it.
A coward decided to just,
Mhm.
with so much hate in his heart, decided to just open fire on children, children that literally did nothing besides go to school that day. What did they lost their lives because they did what they had to do, go to school and go get an education. And
Yeah.
that's the most the disheartening thing, that a coward, and once again, a coward went into an elementary school and opened fire on a bunch of children.
Yeah, and then another coward.
Another coward says
is saying
it's just a
it's
hoax.
just
Yeah.
saying it was all a play. No,
Well,
no, it wasn't.
here at 90.3 WMSC, we talk about everything. 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair, we talk about everything, and including, this disheartening story about Alex Jones. But hopefully they will get justice. So we're gonna go to a
He's
quick,
gonna pay that money.
yeah, he gotta pay that money.
He
So
gotta
we're gonna go to a quick break, and we'll be right back.
You are listening to 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair, New Jersey.
3 win. Rookie Oswaldo Cabrera hit his first major league home run in the Yankees' 7-run second inning. 2 big wins this weekend for the Yankees as they opened up their division lead to 5.5 games. The Yankees start a 2-game set with the arch rival Boston Red Sox on Tuesday. Back to you.
And we're back. And I just want to ask not only the people here, but the people listening. How was your summer? How was your summer, guys?
Well, I was here all summer.
Oh, okay.
I-
So you were sleeping here too on the summer.
Listen, I had nice residence right in that room in the corner.
Nice.
I had my toothbrush was over there. Couldn't find the shower I had was it was outside. It was crazy. It was a different kind of thing.
You got a fire extinguisher, so you just
Exactly.
pop it
So
up,
I had my closet was Play-Doh's, so it was cool. Play-Doh's
Okay.
closet was crazy.
Nice.
Anyway,
So Joe and Tanner and Nacier, how was your summer?
It was okay. I did absolutely nothing.
twinsies, except for us here.
I did a lot of working with I worked with my dad over the summer, so I did a lot of that.
I wasn't there with it. Oh,
Yeah.
How about you, Nacier, in the other studio?
That's the brother.
Well, for me, I just did nothing but just was here and just worked. That's it.
I
So it
did
was just
I
work.
did the same thing, but I did the same thing, but I was in Puerto Rico, so that was
That's
I went
nice.
So you did nothing, but you're in Puerto Rico.
well, I went to
But
the
I wasn't
beach
Puerto-
and stuff, but
Yeah.
most of the time I didn't do anything.
What a fun was it?
But
Yeah.
in Puerto Rico. Okay.
Yeah, but
Okay, I see how
That's
it
a
is.
flex.
so it was hot, and then I was not doing anything.
I see how
So
it is.
so since you guys had a great summer, you didn't do anything, but did you have like at least like a summer song? Your favorite summer song?
What? I had a playlist or something. Let me go check. Let me go check the
Getting everyone to go through
Yeah.
their Spotify.
Yeah,
accounts,
come
I
on.
guess.
Check, let me
Everybody
check.
get up, get
Everyone
Everyone
go check.
Spotify. At least for me, it was Bad Bunny. Like Bad Bunny, and Bad Bunny, because that's what I heard in Puerto Rico. Every time I went out, I heard Bad Bunny. Every time I got in my room, Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny was everywhere in Puerto Rico.
Respectful.
So, yeah, I love Bad Bunny, so I don't mind it.
Well, here's the thing. So this summer I turned 21. So first off, enough said about what happens when you turn 21. So before my 21st birthday, I was listening to, I was bumping up that Running Up the Hill by Kate Bush, respectfully.
Oh yeah, because of Stranger Things, right?
I didn't watch Stranger Things. I just saw
Oh, you just love the song.
It popped on TikTok. I'm like, okay, why is this song all over? It's actually pretty good. Okay, I'm not gonna argue. So like, all right, cool. So then after that, then my shout out to my one of my boys, Brandon. He put me on the song "The Difference" by Flume. It's a great song, and if you guys get a chance to listen to it, of course you want to take a listen to it. It's a pretty good song. And there's also a Playboy by Fireboy DML. So I had a few.
I would say my song of the summer, as a Met fan, it's got to be.
Yep.
It's got to be
Narco.
Narco.
Narcos with Sugar Diaz.
Yeah, the Edwin Diaz entrance song. I saw it. I love that. I listen to that song all the time. It pumps me up every time.
That's my gym song.
And that was what I was listening to. I went to a couple Met games and I saw the entrance happen once.
Sugar Diaz.
I saw it all. All the lights in the stadium, all like the scoreboards go. The scoreboards go completely blank, and then there's like a beat. There's like a drum beat, and then the trumpets play.
Wow,
Yeah.
thank you, Cam, for that. That
I
was
actually
amazing.
have. Maybe I'll wear it next time. Like a week ago, me and like my dad, we bought Timmy Trumpet t-shirts.
Respectful.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
No,
I'll
what's that game was that? Was this that game he was live at?
Yeah, the Dodgers game like a couple weeks ago. I wish I could have gone to that, but that was the day I moved in. So that
So
was
how about you, Joe? You got a summer song?
Yeah. So back in the last semester, Joe Schweitzer, one of the lovely people here at the station,
Love them.
yeah, they put me on to a band called Mother, and I was like, they have some pretty good stuff, and like over the summer I was like checking them out, and then one song, their song No Culture, really like stuck out to me as like one of those like good songs. It's a little bit on the older side. I'm not sure when it came out, but it's a really good song.
Oh, I'll check it out. How about you, Nasir? What was your favorite summer song?
Well, it's kind of hard choosing one because like my playlist is everywhere. I'm more so on Apple Music and SoundCloud, but I guess number one is I Like You by Post Malone and Doja Cat.
Oh yes, I love that song also.
Yeah.
It was in my playlist also. I also had in my playlist like Steve Lacy, obviously Bad Bunny, Post Malone, rappers from Puerto Rico like John Mico. And yeah, like I think my song of the summer has to be is Después de la Playa, which means after the beach by Bad Bunny.
That sounds fire.
It is fire because it starts like a normal like rap song, and then all of a sudden, boom, it starts with merengue, which is like
It has
it's
a
an amazing
switch,
song.
yeah.
It's an amazing song, and it no matter who you are, you're gonna dance to that song.
Respectfully.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
another song I like, my bad, but
no, don't worry about it.
yeah, it's Hot Shit. Oh, sorry, I don't know if I can curse. By Cardi B.
So don't worry about it. And yeah, yeah, I think we're gonna go to the next segment. Thank you guys for sharing your summer moments, your summer vibes. So this is a famous segment in Morning Bus. We couldn't do it in the summer, but we're gonna do it again in the fall. Am I in the wrong? Am I in the wrong? Which is I love that segment so much. Am I in the wrong? So this first story
Yes.
is called Daddy Chill? Question mark?
Wait.
Daddy chill. Not the Carl Weezer voice.
Why?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So let's start. My daughter, 19 female, did an internship at a prestigious tech company this summer. We're very proud of her, of course. A family friend came over for dinner. His son is a similar age and also studying computer science, but struggling to get any internships despite taking much more advanced courses than my daughter. His son, who I know personally and is a great kid, has been programming since he was 12 and has made lots of programming side projects as his hobby. I pointed out that the internship my daughter did was a diversity initiative that only accepts women and minorities. I only point this out because I didn't want him or his son to feel too disappointed about not getting an internship. Additionally, my daughter has only taken one computer science class prior to getting the internship, and so far she doesn't seem passionate about it. So I thought this is valid to point out, since if it wasn't a diversity program, likely someone with more experience would have gotten it. My daughter and wife think I'm a total garbo human. I love the garbo human. My daughter said it was belittling and humiliated her. He's refusing to talk to me, but from my perspective, all I did was point out something that was true. Am I in the wrong?
I would say no.
I don't know. I'm conflicted. I'm not sure. It's
I'll
the
say
first
no.
time I feel like I don't know. It's kind of weird because like he's kind of minimizing his daughter's efforts. Like she made into the program. It doesn't matter if it only accepts women and minorities. It's like you should be proud of your daughter and not like minimize her.
Oh, I know. I agree with that statement altogether, but like it's one of those things like there's many other things that you can be doing. Like this just sounds horrible. Now I'm starting to sound the garbage human right now. But
okay.
But
You're in the wrong.
You can't break this
all right,
break this one off.
I will bring some. So boom, right? So it's like there's a lot of things that you got the capability to do about doing anything you want. That's just that's the way the world works. But there's always another way to improve. Why are you going to try to? Why are you going to try? I know there's always room to improve, always room to grow, but like, why would you take away an opportunity for you to learn something else, and find love in doing that rather than, you're not it doesn't say anything about her being happy in it. She just got into the program. It doesn't say that she enjoys doing it. She just in it.
That's a good point.
That's like saying you're going to college because you want to just make your parents happy, but you're absolutely miserable. Why do something for somebody else when you can do something, when you can maximize your potential for yourself?
Yeah, it's interesting. We need more details. That's the problem with these stories, that we only get one side of the story, and we need like more and more details. What do you think, Tanner?
I mean, I can't really. I would say he's in the wrong for pointing it out.
Yeah.
I would say,
listen, like Lizzo says, truth hurts.
yeah.
But continue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really. There's not much hear, or there's not much that he's saying. That he's just saying the only thing that was done wrong was that it was a diversity initiative.
Mhm. Yeah,
That was the only thing. I would say he's in the wrong if that was the first thing he pointed out, or if he kept mentioning it and said that his daughter only got the job because it was that, and that whatever, this guy's son would have gotten the job, like whatever.
yeah.
If he said she's bad at it, but she got the job because of this.
Oh my God, Siri.
See, even Siri agrees with that. Even Siri agrees with that.
Yeah.
We have a serious.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah.
So how about you, Joe? What do you think?
I'm very much in the same thing, kind of with Tara and I. Like, yeah, he kind of is for like pointing it out, but at the same time, it's like that kind of same like view of it. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about Nacier? What do you think about, like, is he in the wrong or is it in the right?
I kind of agree with what was said already by Tanner. For him to point it out, yeah, but
Yeah, it's
yeah.
kind of yeah, it's kind of like, oh my God, why you do that? And I think the other thing that adds to it is that he did it like, comparing to another person who isn't his, his son or anything is pretty weird.
Yeah.
But let's should we like catch a break, a little break, a song?
Yeah.
You guys ready?
Sure.
So
Yeah.
let's go. We're gonna go on a quick break and we'll be right back. WMSC Upper Montclair. And this is I call this the fun hour of the morning buzz because it's just weird stories, and I just love weird stories. So
who doesn't love
Weird,
weird
weird
stories?
stories are great.
Yeah, I love them, and I think I'm gonna let Cam read this one. I love the headline.
Yeah.
So Cam,
Huh? That's it. That's the story.
That's the
story. Next, anyway, a Virginia Country Club released a new theme and yet seeing backlash on a 9/11 special. That's right. They made a 9/11 theme menu. I feel like we'd be doing you a disservice by not telling what these fools actually put on the menu.
I don't want to know.
So let me recap for you. Starting off, we have first responder flatbread.
No. Sometimes you do that.
Then there's Remember Teeny. The Never Forget Sampler. Freedom Flounder. Pentagon Pie. 9/11 Oysters. 2,977 chowder, which by the way, that's the if you don't know what that number is, if you don't know, no, that's the number of people who lost their lives.
no, bro.
What?
And Flight 93 redirect.
Not the reader.
And Flight 93, by the way, is the one that crashed into the field in Shanksville, Pennsylvania.
The one that was headed for the White House.
How did they think that any of that was okay? And how it's improved is beyond me.
For those of you who aren't on the Facebook Live, everyone is just like in their hands, like face in their hands, like, how did this happen? How many people
lost their job?
How many people lost their job? How many people? What I want to know is how many people looked at this menu and was like, yeah, this is fine.
It is valid.
Because the thing about like naming like foods and restaurants and stuff, it has to go through multiple levels. So this went through so many levels.
Yes.
Either A, it went through like a bunch of different levels and it worked, or B, it was straight up just the manager that was like, you know what, we're doing this.
Listen.
Which, to be honest, the latter sounds worse.
I'm telling you, first round of flatbread is not. That's not that bad. That's
It's the last couple.
Oh, it's the last. Last all of them.
Oh yeah, but you could have first responder flatbread, the never forget sampler, the freedom flounder. You could do all. I would do like all like patriotic stuff. But
Remember Teeny is crazy.
Pentagon Pie, 9/11 Oysters.
No, that's
2977 chowder. How did that?
That's like it's
and the Flight 93 redirect.
No.
That one is crazy.
That one, I think that's the craziest one.
And the funniest part about this is
I didn't finish the story.
I hit the link to it, and they have all of this, and there's just a big thing. It just says, "Are you ready for some football?"
Tell me. I'm not done yet. So boom, right? The reason why they did all that because it's the NFL kickoff happened to be on 9/11 as well. So it's like, oh, okay, NFL kickoff. So they said they went on to apologize, say they wanted to create awareness for 9/11 because never forget. Yeah. But at the same time, they did great idea, horrible execution.
Yeah,
right there. So now they got a brand new deal called Seafood Sunday, including Champs Chowder, Fumble Flounder, and so much more. So that's why you see, are you ready for some football?
Are you ready for some football?
Well, see, with football, I get
hot defense dip is now one of the new things.
Okay.
I'm surprised they didn't, they didn't have a couple good ones. I'm surprised we didn't get CTE clam chowder.
Oh,
like
no.
Yeah, like the Deflategate deep dish.
Yeah, or like the tween hot dogs. And like,
well, here's why, because they're in Virginia, so they can't say much. And I think the Washington football team, well, the Commanders now, they're already doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So I think that
this is adding to all of that said stuff.
No, this is what the DMV is crazy. Then again, Florida exists, so can't say much.
Yeah.
Offense oysters.
Yeah.
Field goal flatbread.
Yeah.
The flatbread was really funny to me.
Just
no. Just no.
Do better.
No.
Just started off as football. It didn't.
Yeah. Just how about just no?
Yeah.
It's simple. Just no.
Virginia Country Club.
You can't.
You gotta do better, man.
Yeah, what surprises me is that nobody said, "Oh, maybe this is not a good idea. You know, maybe we should do something else, like not the 9/11
I would've-
oysters, please."
As much as I like were clowning on it, I would have loved to been in that restaurant.
Oh,
and
yeah.
see
Me
that on
too.
the menu, just like
I would take a menu
Especially-
home. I would take a
especially-
menu home.
I would have framed it. I would have framed it.
I would have taken it home. I would have framed it.
This is in a country club in Virginia, and there's a lot of
Things.
politicians or people that probably worked
depends
or
on-
worked at the Pentagon or at some point in the U.S. government
Yeah, it's in Virginia.
that
right.
are members there,
Or
because that's where a lot in that area is where
Yeah.
a lot of them live. So
Oh, I know.
there had to be people that were involved that were,
In the attack.
that probably have traumatic experiences from 9/11,
Mm.
and then the country club is
it exists.
we're
Country club.
gonna make a
Flight 93.
you want some
The
you
flight
want some
redirect killed me.
Flight 93
I
direct.
can't.
you want some clam chowder or something like that.
I can't say what I just said.
Oh,
I can't say it took me out. There's
Yeah.
it's I can't even say it sent me.
oh.
It made me question life better.
Yeah.
There we
There you
go.
go. There you go. So talking about questioning life. You
Oh,
are not the father? Well, sort of.
oh, word. Oh,
This is
word.
the
Word.
next
Yeah,
story.
Take this one.
Yeah, this is the next story. You are not the father? Well, sort of. For this story, we head to Brazil for one of the most bizarre stories. A 19-year-old Brazilian woman gave birth to twins. Congrats to her and the family. But there is a lot more to this story. The father of twins is not what you would expect. This is where the story turns into an episode of Mari. In a shocking twist, the twins belong to two different biological fathers.
Huh?
Huh? Yeah, exactly.
Wait. Wait.
This is where the hump belongs.
I saw the story somewhere.
Okay, so the Brazilian woman said she decided to take a paternity test because she wanted to confirm who the father was. She then collected DNA samples from the person whom she suspected to be the father of her children. However, after 2 tests, the results were positive for only one of the twins. She then replayed her day and realized that another suspect is out there. She then asked another person to take a DNA test, and they agreed to do so. It turned out that he is indeed the father of the other twin. The biological phenomenon of giving birth to twins with 2 different biological fathers is called a heteropaternal superfecundation. According to the doctor, the case is extremely rare and a 1 in a million situation. Although the phenomenon is rare among humans, heteropaternal superfecundation is common in dogs, cats, and cows. There are about 20 other cases in the world where such a phenomenon had occurred. Wow. This is very interesting.
What in the world? Huh?
How?
Housewife.
So, oh my God, that's so. Is the craziest thing is that they're twins. Like it's like
Oh, that's
Yeah.
not the craziest. That's be. How in the world? Who? What? Where? What? How? Explain how that they just said, "Oh, hey, what's good? Hey, brother. Hey, brother. Where's your dad?" Like, huh? I'm lost.
yeah.
What chapter of the book is this? Did I miss the plot? Like,
Yeah, I missed that day in health class.
Oh my God.
hell, like I'm taking health class for a reason. We ain't talking about this yet.
It just wow, it's amazing. Like I don't want to know the I want to see the conversation the mom had with the 2 different fathers. Like, oh, I have twins, and this one's yours,
And
and this one's yours.
Oh no! Just imagine having to tell the kids that, like, yeah, you're both twins,
Yeah.
but you were both born at the same time, but you both have different dads.
Oh my God, yeah, that's
What?
yeah, that's a story. Wow. So we're gonna go to a quick break, and we'll be right back with this bizarre story. So hope you guys enjoy.
Hey, listeners,
You
if you
see
love
what
our
you say?
content
It's
on
super
90.3
what?
WMSC, you can follow us on
Super-
social media to stay updated on our radio shows, sports events,
I'm sorry,
Woo!
Facebook people. It's my first time being a host, and
You're doing great.
yeah.
First
Don't
one's
worry,
free.
Facebook. I will get better for this. First show.
First one's
So
free.
Facebook, we love you. So
Defend you, Facebook. Metaverse.
Metaverse.
Actually,
Not
not Metaverse.
sponsored. Not sponsored. We
Not
don't.
sponsored. Not
Anyway,
sponsored. Not sponsored.
the stories. Let's get back to this.
All right, so boom, right?
Yeah.
So I was actually watching this before, during the Madhouse, and I found this absolutely hilarious. So we're gonna call this Football Mom. Now, let me give you a little backstory before we talk about this. So there's a Hall of Fame quarterback by the name of Steve Young who kind of got tackled one time. He played in the NFL from 1986 to 1999. Played a little ways ago, and his first ever time playing tackle football. He talked about this in his autobiography. He got tackled, and his mom came on the field and basically pointed to the kid and said, "Don't do that." So now that I say that, Steve Young went to go have a great career. Obviously, a Pro Football Hall of Famer, 2005. I think the same year Tanner was born. I'm kidding.
What? Wait, what?
I said you're young, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, vibes. So that's why I'm a backtrack to that. It's hilarious. Anyway.
Yeah.
A legal hit in a Pee Wee football game led to a Texas mother fighting for her baby boy, which respect that. Mom Dukes looks out. Mom Dukes is scared for the baby getting her boy getting hurt. Understandable. The game of football is a physical. The sport of football is a physical sport, and this is no different as the Southside Ravens took on the Northwest Gorillas in the first game of the season. The season opener was operating as a normal youth game. But then things took a turn for the worse. Ivan Flanagan made a routine tackle on another player, who we'll call Greg for now. And the tackle, all Ivan did, he just dove, got stopped Greg from scoring at around the 10-yard line, right? So after being tackled by Flanagan, said Greg was a good sport and even tried to shake his hand after the tackle, right? Good sportsmanship. The kid's like 8 years old. Then Greg's mom came running on the field and chased young Ivan Flanagan, which was caught on camera. Flanagan, they're seen then running away with his hands up, shocked and confused. He was like this. So Facebook, he was more like this.
For the Facebook viewers,
He was running around like this. It's like
he's running with his hands up, like, oh, what's going on?
like
the Neil deGrasse Tyson meme.
Like what I do, bro. Like,
yeah, exactly.
So his mother, he was seen running away, shocked and confused. Then Flanagan's mother had this to say, quote, "Your son plays football. They can tackle each other. That's just the name of the game. How can get upset to chase him and not only chase him, but curse at him while you're chasing him?" Now, Greg's mom has been banned from all events and activities permanently, and so has the rest of her family and children. So Greg's mom just cost Greg a chance to be the next Steve Young. She also needs to pay a $200 fine. Her son's former team owes $500 for not controlling the sideline. The team apologized in a statement on social media. It said in part that they have removed the parent and child from the team, and they don't stand with it putting anyone and children in harm's way. The Houston Police Department says also looking into it. And first off, where are the fences at? You're Texas. You need to put
This is imagine this happening in the NFL like this.
Oh, we have security for that.
Yeah, boom.
You get tackled.
You'll get tackled by security.
Even if you even think about it, you get tackled.
So so if I go, I'm gonna go to a Ram game, and if Cooper Kupp is tackled, I'm gonna run on the field. Don't tackle him or whatever. Or
stop. No,
Jonathan
what are you
Taylor,
doing? What are you
Jonathan
doing?
Taylor. I need fantasy points. So don't tackle him. Make him run.
What are you doing?
90. Give him a 90-yard touchdown. I need. Yeah.
What was the thing? One, Jonathan Taylor. They're all big dudes. I'm kind of concerned. So
yeah, he's gonna defend himself.
Yeah,
he'll be all right.
I'm not shocked at this because I played youth baseball basically for my entire life, and a lot of stuff happened like this. No one ever ran on the field that wasn't supposed to, but there was fights in the stands. There was, people yelling at like 7th graders.
Yes. I've
on
seen
the
that.
other team when the game was like 10-0.
Yes, I in Puerto Rico, like like for those who don't know, I was born and raised in Puerto Rico, and I recently came here to New Jersey. And in Puerto Rico, we just enjoy the game. We're like, oh, cool, this is like a hangout, whatever. We watch our kids, whatever. When I got here, I saw how serious.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Oh,
sports
because
Yeah.
because every parent
Swears
oh,
it. Swears.
every parent thinks that their kid is the next big
Yes,
thing.
and like for
And-
example, I went to a MSU game, a baseball game
Mhm.
in Joey Berra, and I saw how people were screaming, and I was
Yeah.
like, bro, this is just a Division 3
Yeah.
game. Like,
Chill,
chill.
please.
Like,
Yeah.
come on.
Imagine that. That's college. That's
Yeah.
college. You can kind of get used to that. It's the same way for kids that are half our age.
Listen,
that
Yeah.
play. I was watching the Little League World Series, and I was thinking of these parents probably want to. These parents, because they always show the parents clapping in the stands, they're probably so angry.
Yeah.
But they're on national TV. They always have. That's always on the parents if it's not on the kids playing. But yeah, this doesn't shock me that something like this would happen. But also,
It does.
it does. But especially in football, like if this woman's son was playing baseball or basketball and someone went and tackled the kid, yeah, I could see why you would go. I'm not go after the kid, but you would be angry at it and try to. And and I also would go. It's a big hit in a football game. I would go make sure my son is okay before I go chase after
Chase
the
the other
person.
guy.
Yeah, especially I would go make sure that my kid is okay than going after some.
Oh,
It's football.
listen.
What do you expect?
Going to get
Listen.
tackled.
Yeah,
Yeah, people are
part of
going
the
to
game.
tackle. There's going to be big hits. If not, there's flag football league
Time out.
that you could sign up for.
Wait, we got a football player here.
I ref flag football. The parents are crazy.
Yeah, I know.
The older I'm telling you, the older they are, older the kids get, the less you hear parents are going crazy. But I'm
I know.
refereeing a 6U championship game, right? Back in November. A 6U flag football championship game. Actually, it wasn't a championship. It was like a second round playoff game. Now think about second round playoff game. There are parents fighting in the stands.
Yeah.
Like, what are y'all fighting for? Like, your child is 6 years old. Y'all just had Thanksgiving dinner. Like, what are y'all arguing about?
He's just having fun.
Yeah.
Like, he's just out here having a good time.
Probably doesn't even want to be there. You just have him signed up for football.
And by the way, it's a rec league.
It's
rec league. We literally had Thanksgiving 2 days ago. Like, 3 days ago.
What are you doing?
Like, what are y'all fighting for? Like, enjoy life.
Yeah. Enjoy life. Yeah.
Watch your kid play football. Watch your kid have a
Exactly.
fun time and play sports with their friends.
Here's the thing.
That's all you have to do. It's not that difficult.
Here's the thing.
If you're a sports parent,
You don't
your kid will
the likelihood of your kid even playing beyond past high school is very
pass high
slim.
school. Yeah.
So stop pushing your kids.
Like there's a lot of people that I know that their parents did that to them.
That's why
and they hate football.
That's why they sport. That's why they sport.
Yeah. That's why I like when I played baseball, my dad, he would tell me what to do. And if I
That's different.
made a very bad play, he would get angry. But it wasn't that the ride home I was just getting
he was
grilled
scolding.
I would say, hey, can we have a catch? And yeah. And I love baseball. It's my favorite sport. I'm wearing a Mets hat and I'm wearing a Mets
Hey, me
shirt.
too. I love baseball.
Like baseball is like one of my favorite things like on the entire planet. And I would think it was because when I was a kid,
Your dad didn't ruin it for you.
he didn't ruin it for me.
That's
I
fair.
didn't go. I went a couple times to like a coach for like training and stuff, but it was always, even when it was that, it was still, we're having a fun time. And I would get better. But it was never, if you don't make it to the major leagues, if you're not Jacob DeGrom if you're not throwing as fast as Jacob DeGrom by the time you're
By the time you're in high school.
by the time you're in high school,
you're disowned.
yeah, it was never
Like-
that. And I love baseball,
like-
and that happened. I've seen that so much in sports, And my first college writing class, all of my all of my essays were about
baseball.
No, it was about like youth sports and stuff, because I have a lot of experience with bad youth sport parents and even parents of other kids telling me what to do. A coach one time told me to intentionally get catcher's interference, which meant swinging and hitting the catcher's mitt.
No,
it's a metal baseball bat and just
hit a kid.
Hitting and my favorite part of that story is I didn't do that.
Good.
And I walked. So
good.
You got on base, so that's important, man.
Yeah.
And here's something before we get to the next story. My dad is probably the quintessential quote unquote good sports dad because he has 4 kids. We all played sports. My brother hated the sports that he signed up for. My dad put us all in the same sports basically, but he at the end of the day he gave us the choice of the sports we wanted to play. So when my dad signed my brother up for sports, my brother didn't like it. He's like, all right, cool. I'm not gonna worry about it then. So when I started doing sports and I started playing flag football, my dad, he was always my coach because he knew what my goals were. I told my dad, like, I want to play college football. I want to play, eventually go pro. So my dad's like, okay, cool. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm going to bench you to make you work, to make you want to do to see if you deserve that. So my dad would literally intentionally bench me to see how badly do I want to achieve my goals. And it worked out because after a while, my dad's like, all right, yeah, whatever. I guess you do want to work at it. So I'll put you on the field. So my dad, anytime I make a drop, my dad I was put on a short list with my dad. Like if I played receiver for 3 years and I played receiver 4 years in high school, 3 years in 2.5 years in college, not playing defensive end. So anytime I had a drop, my dad would look at me like, yep, to the bench. He would never scold me. He would just say, you got to make that catch.
Yeah.
He was benching the rest of the drive, make that catch.
So in the end, he had good judgment.
Exactly. Like my dad literally did it for what was gonna benefit me the best.
Yeah. My dad was the coach of some of my teams, mostly soccer and basketball. And I'm gonna be honest, in basketball, I was just terrible. I was awful. So I got maybe like $5 a season.
Oh, listen, I have a career. My basketball career, I have a career total of
I was
points.
I was not good, and it would never be, you're not Michael Jordan. It would just be go and then whatever.
Go hoop.
So you guys had good influence on your childhood, but you know who doesn't have a good influence on their childhood? Morty from Rick and Morty. Yeah, so this is the Rick and Morty story.
Hilarious. That's a hilarious tradition.
That was really good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So everyone's favorite ginger fry cook is once again teaming up with Adult Swim's Rick and Morty to celebrate the Emmy Award-winning series' 6th season.
Are you talking about the kid with the freckles?
Yeah.
Wendy. Oh yeah.
Yes.
I had Wendy's. I had Wendy's on Friday. It was good.
Let's go. So the duo
duo
created new Coca-Cola freestyle flavors and Rick and Morty inspired combo meals. The first flavor is called Fruity Land Fruit Punch and features a blend of citrus, tart cherry, and orange flavors. Next up, we got Portal Time Lemon Lime, which features tart citrus and sweet lime flavors. I will list the combos, but they are low-key whack. I did not write that. I love that our producer,
the lovely Isaiah
Ramirez,
the boy in the corner.
Yeah, Wendy definitely dropped. Wendy definitely dropped the ball because you could already order them just without the dumb name. Anyways, we'll just get.
I'm gonna read the names. I already have them pulled.
Anybody?
Yes, please read the names.
So say the names.
So we have the hot honey not bird person combo, which is a spicy breaded chicken breast which comes with pepper jack cheese, applewood smoked bacon, crunchy dill chips, and a drizzle of habanero hot honey sauce, all on a toasted bun, served with hot and crispy fries and a drink of choice. And the riggedy wrecked combo, a 1/4 pound of fresh, never frozen beef with applewood smoked bacon, American cheese, crispy onions, sweet smoky bourbon bacon hot sauce, hot and crispy fries, and a drink of choice.
That's what they call me in high school.
So that's our the
Okay.
combo. So any of
And
you-
also, I should add that these are if you want to order mobily, these are exclusively on Uber Eats.
Ooh,
Uber
so
Eats.
if anybody wants to go to Wendy's after this, or how do we feel about celebrity crossovers with fast food items? Like you know.
At
Well, let's
least
first start with Rick and Morty. What do you think about Rick and Morty and Wendy's together?
okay. At least I mean I've watched like 2 episodes of the show. I wasn't really that big of a fan of it,
Oh my
but
God.
That hurt.
I
That
don't know.
hurt. That hurt.
Well,
Maybe you should get out of here.
All right, I don't know. Maybe I'll watch it. I don't know. But
Give it a chance. Give it a chance.
I think
Give it a shot.
at least this is good because this is like a celebrity, I guess, crossover. All the other ones are just Travis Scott. This is the burger that he gets. I could order that,
Yeah, I can
and I
just
know you
order
could
it with-
probably order these, but at least
The Mr. Beast burger, for example.
yeah,
Like,
like
why is that a thing?
at least they're making it somewhat like
different.
the Fruity Land Fruit Punch.
Yeah, they're making.
Okay, good. Like that's better than just yeah. I'm whatever.
This-
I'm the BTS meal, and you get whatever.
Hey, they got the sauces.
I know.
The
but-
sauces were good.
I know, but
The J Balvin meal. It was
The-
just
yeah.
a Big Mac with
It was just a Big Mac.
McFlurry, no soda.
yeah, like
I get that on the regular.
give me if I like at least this is trying.
Yeah.
The Travis Scott one made me angry because it's just using Travis Scott. I could order that burger anytime.
Yeah, I can
want.
order it with Sprite, bro.
I could order it. Yeah, I could order. I'm capable of ordering a burger at McDonald's. I could.
Yeah.
I don't need to.
I don't need to say it's
I mean-
Scott or
I mean,
J Balvin.
I want the Travis Scott meal or something.
Yeah, and speaking of McDonald's, you now have to think that Rick and Morty has 2 major fast food chains in their back pocket.
True.
Because this
That
is the
is-
second.
yes,
This is the
yes.
second time they've done their stuff with Wendy's. Because I know they had like the whole pop-up drive-through thing with
Yeah.
Wendy's and all that stuff. But they also had the Mulan Szechuan sauce thing.
Yes.
And there were
What?
you never heard of the Mulan
The Szechuan sauce. The Szechuan
No.
sauce.
There I
okay.
know someone that went to
There
the
was-
hospital because of injuries they pertain trying
There
to get
was
that sauce.
An there was an episode of the show where I think it was Rick.
Yeah, Rick.
They go to McDonald's, and he talks about they had exclusive Szechuan sauce there from when Mulan came out,
Yeah.
and everyone just
Was like-
wanted it.
Yeah,
Like,
to add
get us
to
the
it, I
sauce.
think
Have you ever
I think he went back in time to get
Yeah,
the
it
Szechuan
wasn't
sauce.
back
Yeah.
in time. It was in his own like.
Oh,
memories.
and then
flashback.
everyone went to McDonald's and was like, give me the Szechuan sauce, and all the McDonald's workers were like, we don't have it.
Yeah.
And this is why I think a lot of there's like people think the fan base of the show is like
Toxic.
a toxic fan base, and this is why. And I remember there's the video of the guy getting up on
Oh,
the
yes.
thing, and he's like, "It's my Szechuan sauce."
Oh,
And
yeah.
he like pulls his shirt up, and he just
No, isn't yeah, I
he just
remember
runs
that.
out. It's
I remember that.
So,
yeah.
some
And then
listeners can be crazy.
eventually
I
they eventually brought it back, I think, but it was only like
limited time.
very limited and a very limited time.
Probably for like a week.
No, it was literally like they
They had like 20 packets.
No,
one. Or,
no, they gave
Wasn't-
you 2 packets with the order. They had a set number in stock because they had a like exclusive like top wrapper that had like a Rick and Morty design to like kind of like promote it and all that kind of stuff. I'll try to get a picture. I know my friend I was able to get 2 of them. I'm not sure if he still has the pictures or not, but I will see if he does to show you guys. But anyways, like they had said like, okay, we're gonna make it, there's gonna be a very limited stock, and then people went crazy and decided like, yeah, now's the time to riot.
Yeah, is the power of a TV show. Like it's amazing.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you know,
The
yeah,
power of a
someone-
TV
Yeah,
show.
Tanner, please
Someone-
read this off real quick.
someone is selling a pack 24 a lot of 24 packets of Szechuan sauce on eBay for $120.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
is that a
So-
bargain? Like
I gotta say to that. You know, I gotta say that, Tanner.
What?
Oh, so you got that kind of cheddar?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm a college student. I don't have much money, but I gotta buy it. I'm sorry. All right.
Yeah.
That's also a transition.
So you got that kind of
Oh,
stuff?
I don't got that kind of cheddar, but here Marcus said we all could agree that parking is absolute hot garbage. Unless you get at 6 a.m. I did, we out here in morning buzz. We usually do get here at 6 a.m. Go find a parking spot at car park or even get into campus on time. While problems are bad and seemingly getting worse, we had to the Bay where they might have gotten even worse than us.
Yo,
How, you might ask?
yeah, I'm actually I'm wondering.
A parking spot in a condo complex in San Francisco is up for sale. Now, I know what you're thinking. You can buy a parking spot? Like, that's lit. You're thinking, how much can it be for, right? Like, that's lit, right? Well, according to NBC Bay Area, the prices at a casual. I just see your face and Tanner's face. They're out of shots. Oh yeah. Let me tell the price. Is a casual $90,000? Yes, $90,000. It's a casual. The condo complex and parking spot are located near Oracle Park, and realtor Kelly Johnson said it's not uncommon. It's not an uncommon price, as another spot in the building just sold for about $90,000 a few years ago. Inflation is crazy, so that might be cheap nowadays. Anyway, Johnson says that the parking space prices can actually came down a lot. They came down a bit. They came down because this thing called the pancetta happened.
The pancake got up. Yeah, we got it. But
The parallelogram.
$90,000.
90,000.
You could just get an Uber.
That's tuition.
Get an Uber.
It's really probably, and
definitely
you could probably get an Uber around every street in San Francisco, and it probably won't be that much.
Yeah.
It probably won't be as much as that.
My question is like, is this a lifetime thing, or is it like a Montclair? Like, you buy like a semester, you buy a year. Like, how does that work? You just own it. Okay. Okay. That's nice. At least.
If you don't actually just own it, 90,000 for
$90,000 is crazy.
Oh my god.
See, Joe's over here. What would you do with $90,000 if you don't have to buy a parking spot? What would you do with that?
If I had $90,000,
Tuition.
If I had
That's not tuition.
$90,000 to spend on a parking spot, I would just buy a nice car.
Yeah.
I could park
a brand new car.
And stop copyright.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't even
Sorry
have
about
a car.
Barker.
Yeah, I don't even have a car, so I'm not. I'm like,
Just get yourself a car. See, what would you do, Joe? Oh, public transportation is great. Just use the bus.
You could probably go, because it said it's by the Oracle Park, the baseball stadium. You could probably just get the game day parking. If you're that involved in it, you could just get the game day parking, which is probably
not 90,000.
I would say maybe $25 a game. That's
still significantly
it's a lot of money. Yeah, but
it's a lot of money.
and
Yes, but
you
it's
have-
also significantly less.
you have let's see, say it's 81 games, $25. That's $2,000.
Yeah, you still got 88 to work with.
Yeah, and there's also in San Francisco, there's also
a lot of food places.
There's a lot of food places, and there's basically an entire train system that goes around just the city.
Yes.
You don't need a parking spot there unless
let me repeat, $90,000.
$90,000. I've been to San Francisco.
I could buy a PlayStation with that money.
You could buy
problem.
PS5.
I could furnish them. I could buy all PlayStation 5 consoles
that you find.
I've been to San Francisco. There's parking there.
There's parking.
There's parking.
There's parking.
I don't get it.
So we're wrapping up soon. So any last words before we go?
Yeah, don't spend five.
Don't spend $90,000 on a parking spot.
Oh yeah, I think that's good advice. That's good advice. Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in at the premiere of the Monday Morning Buzz here at 9.3 WMSC Upper Montclair.
Yeah.
You said it.
Hey,
guys.
Well, stick around because I have my third show of the day. So.
Yeah, today, right after the morning bus. So
What's gonna be on the show? What's it called?
The Coach's Playbook, and I'm going to talk about what Tanner basically did about all the football stuff. I'm going to be chatting about the NFL. Football's back. We're back into it.
Yeah, so guys, Cash Cam in a few minutes. So yeah, this was the Monday Morning Bus here at 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. Nos vemos.